We're here back at the Fantasy Bar, big NBA slate on Wednesday night. We got 6 of my favorite plays, including a couple value plays to make life easy on you. Some guys in the mid-range I think have great ceiling potential. Some of my favorite correlations, and of course, my favorite play of the night. Who are we talking about? Belly up to the Fantasy Bar and find out. Welcome in, guys. Wednesday edition Beers Daily Fantasy Six-Pack. Good to be back here once again, talking NBA. 6 guys ready for you on this Big 10 game Wednesday night slate. Before we get into the plays for today, take a second, click that thumbs up button, subscribe to the channel. Don't miss any of the content, and head over to scoresandodds.com/beer for all of your sports betting needs. All right, let's jump right in today. Let's start with a guy we didn't get to play the other day. I want to go back to the well on Bogdanovic of Atlanta. So just like we spoke about on Monday, nothing has changed here. He's expected to play tonight, not listed on the injury report. So no Murray, no Collins, Trae Young questionable here as well. I do think he'll be back in that lineup. Does not matter to me if Trae is back. Obviously, if he's out, Bogdan becomes a lock in all formats. On cash games, I think you certainly want to go there. Tournaments, as we talked about on Monday, will be some ownership here, but this guy's playing too well right now. So you lock him in, 45 DraftKings points over the last 2. Orlando, been very vulnerable against the 3. Shooting guard, small forward, bottom 8 against both of those positions, giving up the 3 ball. That is the name of the game here with Bogdanovic going right back to the well here on Wednesday night. All right, let's go to power forward center next with PJ Washington of Charlotte. So ceiling, what we're after here. The game log's been up and down. We'll talk about that here in a minute. This guy's got a lot of games where he's hit 35, 40s, up to 50 DraftKings points. You do the math on that. That's that 7, 8, 9, 10x that we are looking for in our tournament build. So the up and down nature makes you a little nervous in cash games. I understand that, but it also will make a lot of people nervous in tournaments, which should help us out on his ownership here in this matchup tonight. Detroit been terrible against power forwards, one of the worst teams in the league, 3rd most fantasy points allowed per game to this position. Searching that ceiling here. We've seen it plenty of times with PJ Washington. All right, let's get you my favorite value on the board tonight. That shooting guard, point guard, Coby White of Chicago. Kind of re-entering the rotation here for Chicago. Great value here, under 4,000 on both sites tonight. And the minutes just continue to trend up. In fact, the last couple games, we've seen him play big minutes, 28.5 minutes per game. That's led to over 26 DraftKings points per game. So again, we're getting that 7, 8x that we're looking for, even at these low prices. He's a guy that can threaten 8, 9, 10x, I believe, with the upside here if the minutes continue to stay right near 30 here. Good matchup here as well. Knicks bottom 5 in fantasy production allowed. Get on the Coby White train before these prices start to rise. All right, let's spend some money at point guard, shooting guard with Jordan Poole of Golden State. So back-to-back here for Golden State. That means Klay Thompson most likely sitting out. I know they've discussed that, talked about it. I don't see him playing tonight. Who knows what else they do with Steph Curry's, Draymond Greens of the world. Would not surprise me to see multiple Warriors sit here in this game tonight. So Jordan Poole stands out to me as an option we want tonight. Usage almost 31% with Klay Thompson off the floor, and what a game to target here tonight. In a perfect environment. Think about Jordan Poole, guy that loves to get up and down the floor, hit those transition threes. This is a spot where I want to target him, even if they're at almost full strength here. These are 2 teams that play at a very fast pace. In fact, both teams top 4 in the league. We have a massive 235-point total here, highest on the slate, 1-point spread. This is a stackable game with Jordan Poole, a guy I want to target in all formats tonight against Indiana. All right, back to value here at small forward, power forward with Jalen Williams of OKC. So a good value, a lot of minutes. This guy plays a ton of minutes. In fact, 38 season high in that last game, and another guy that's shown us can get that 6 to 9x ceiling. We've seen it a lot out of him. Now, he's had some down games, some games where he's not hitting some of the peripheral stats, but this matchup I like a lot more than most people will. Miami, generally a team a lot of people avoid. Look at the fantasy points allowed. We're talking bottom 5 to the small forward position. So anytime I can get a guy that can play upwards of 35, 40 minutes, under 5K on DraftKings, sign me up. Jalen Williams, one of my favorite mid-range value plays here on Wednesday night. All right, it's time to take a look at my favorite play for Wednesday night. Before we do that, let's continue our Beast of the Night contest. Very easy to play. And a thank you to you guys for hanging out in the Fantasy Bar. Just get in the comment section right below the video and guess fantasy points on DraftKings tonight for my favorite play tonight. Closest guess going to win themselves a free week of RotoGrinders Premium. All right, let's wrap this baby up. my favorite play for Wednesday night. You know him as the Beast of the Night. All right, Beast, I'm going to get you a little correlation here. We're going to go to the other side at OKC Miami game with the big man Bam Adebayo, tonight's Beast of the Night. So no Jimmy Butler here for Miami tonight. That's good news for Bam Adebayo. Usage jumps to over 28% with Jimmy Butler off the floor. Team high, almost 1.2 fantasy points per minute as well with no Jimmy Butler here. This matchup we know is very intriguing. OKC has struggled big time, to no surprise. No big men really of consequence on that roster that are going to be able to slow down a guy like Bam Adebayo. In fact, most rebounds per game is what really stood out. We know Bam can really hit the glass here and clean up. I would expect upwards of 15 rebounds in this matchup. 6th most fantasy points allowed to this position here as well. Bam Adebayo, fair price, great matchup. My favorite play on the board and tonight's Beast of the Night. All right, guys, that'll do it here for the Wednesday night 6-pack. If you have any comments, questions, or feedback, hit me up in that comment section right below the video. Don't forget, fantasy points for Bam Adebayo on DraftKings for your shot at some free RotoGrinders Premium. And I want to know who your Beast of the Night is. Who's your top play here on this Wednesday slate? Sound off in that YouTube comment section. If you have not already, make sure you hit that thumbs up button, subscribe to the channel, and head over to scoresandodds.com/beer. Check out all the great sports betting information for RotoGrinders.com. I am Beer saying salut, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Best of luck on the slate tonight. We'll be back with NFL videos later this week, my 6-pack, and my Pints and Picks video, 7-1 over the last 4 weeks. Make sure you're checking it out. Thanks again, guys. Good luck, and we'll see you.
Hey, thanks for checking out our videos. If you want more expert advice on DraftKings, FanDuel, or any other daily fantasy sports, make sure you check out the current videos playlist